Yeah, good morning, everyone. This is me, your brother, your friend, Human Steven. On the show, I want to say a very big happy Christmas and a prosperous New Year to everyone watching me right now. I want to just press the share button while we begin the show. Okay, guys, it's going to be another very interesting and very intriguing day today as we continually trying to educate our people, get our people informed about what is happening, in our society. Okay, guys, it will be a very nice one today. Please just go ahead, press the share button. Let's go out and see a very nice time together. So I'm just doing my sharing right now. Yeah, guys. Today is going to be another day, and I believe strongly that we are going to get ourselves so much. Yeah, guys. I think we're going to get ourselves so much, enjoy today. Please, as you're coming in, press the share button, give us some thumbs up when you're on YouTube. Today, if today is your first time of uh, of watching us from Nigeria Watch YouTube, please just click the subscription button and also press the notification so that anytime I am on live, you can be able to get a notification as fast as possible. Okay, and if you are still following me on my private Facebook page, Elia Manchester, I want to advise you to go to Facebook, press on search for Matter Rising with Human Steven, Matter Rising with Human Steven, and you will get me there. Just follow the page, like the page, follow the page, because from 1st of January 2021, I'm going to be moving over to my YouTube page to broadcast live, you know, this news, this very particular, interesting and more intriguing news is that will be coming out from the stable of Humanist TV. Having said that, please, guys, don't waste your time. Just begin to press the share button as we go into the news today. We have a lot of news we're going to deal with today, so I'm going to just go straight into them one after the other, and we're going to do a lot of analysis. And by the grace of God, at the end of today, we are so good to be so much happy seeing what we have been able to learn or to get from today's broadcast. Okay, guys. Now, this is a write-up from someone I will want to read to you guys. His name is Chizoba Nwoso. Chizoba Nwoso is writing about the God bless you, Brother Lucky. God bless you, sir. This is writing about the Eastern Security Network. Somebody sent it to me this morning. I felt I should read this to you guys. Who are of the Apple family and also who are of the Igbo extraction. So, what is your take on what Chizoba Nwoso wrote on his or our Facebook wall? Okay, guys. Now this is what he wrote, and you guys can be the judge. I will only just come here and give you, word to word of what he or she wrote. Okay, guys? He said, those of you in abroad farming the war, why don't you go home and join Eastern Security Network? Cowards hiding in diaspora, sending other people's children to go die for a madman fantasy. Like I said, I am quoting it word for word. Word for word. So I'm not going to explain it. I'm going to quote word for word. So every word you see me say here is actually word for word. Okay, guys. Trying to go die for a madman fantasy while living good lives with their own children. Stay away from Eastern Security Network. Those abroad are deceiving you. They will end up using pictures of your corpses to back their asylum claims. Now tell me who be the Mugu here? No other person than you that die for nothing. Why some use your death to live good? Be wise. No good leader exposes his battalion to the enemy. Only Nnamdi Kanu does. Just look at the Humu Mandus, other people's children being used as guinea pigs for Madman Audio Republic. Audio Biafra reserves with empty hands. Oh, maybe with catapult, bottle, and kerosene. If they talk, say make you comot for street, go die. You no go think, na so you go jump out, go die. Instead, Kanu tell you people make the kukuma use you do money ritual instead of dying like mosquito. Next time, before you wanna jump out, think about your wife, picking, parents, your fine sister, and younger ones. We go they cry day and night. This very statement I just read now was sent to me by somebody. It's from Wanchi Zoba Nwosu, and the person asked me to actually read it out to the Igbo family. Okay, guys, that's why you just saw me read that very particular news right now. And the next on the list is here. Why federal government should move for Kanu's extradition. This is also another news from the Igbo family. This is from the nations. This news is from the nations. They're saying why the federal government should extradite Kanu Wako immediately. So, guys, I'm not going to comment on it. I'm going to just read it word to word because I don't want to add my own to it. I want you guys to see what we are going through in the South. Then after that, I will not do my own analysis of the unity of the South. Okay, guys? Because my major idea is to see that the South is united, to fight the common cause, which is actually today the Fulani elders that are actually invading our forests, killing our people. Yesterday, I just heard that 18-seater bus of Big Joe Motors traveling from Benin to Abuja was waylaid, and all the passengers were abducted. The police said 3, but eyewitnesses said only 3 persons were left: the driver and 2 ladies. The other persons were adopted and taken into the bush. So that is actually really scaring because of the insecurity that is happening today in the southern Nigeria. That is why some of us are actually fighting tooth and nail to see how we can have a more workable, a more functioning, southern Nigerian state. And the only way we can do that is when we have the unity, when we unite together to be able to find this common goal or common cause that is actually, destroying our everyday lives. Okay, guys? So following the launch of the Eastern Security Network by the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra Pub, a pan-Igbo group, the movement engaged descendants in Nigeria on Monday urged the federal government to initiate the process of extraditing IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu. At a briefing in Owerri, the Imo State capital, its co-convener Obinna Osita said Kanu should be brought home to answer to alleged offenses committed against Igbo through IPOB. He lamented that Kanu and IPOB had been striving on their kinsmen blood to maintain their profligate lifestyle that entices you to shed more Igbo blood. According to him, statistics shows that since IPOB started operation, 28,000 indoctrinated and brainwashed Igbo youth have been killed. I'm going to repeat this part again. According to him, statistics shows that since IPOB started operation, 28,000 indoctrinated and brainwashed Igbo youth have been killed. He also alleged that no fewer than 30,000 Igbo youth are currently languishing in different jails in Nigeria for violence and civil disobedience. Guys, if you're an Igbo man here, how true it is? How true is this that 28,000 of you guys have been killed since 2016, since the inception of IPOB to Igbo land? How true it is? And also this same news also said that 30,000 of the Igbo extraction is actually in the prison as a result of violence in Nigeria and civil disobedience. Please, guys, I need your feedback on this. I need your feedback on this. This is a very weighty allegation from this very particular guy, Obina Osita. Please, guys, if you are here, if you're from the Igbo extraction, please share this video. We need your opinion on this very press briefing that was made yesterday in Benin City, also covered by Chinese television, which maybe I'm going to play later in the day before the end of the show, if I have the opportunity to play that very particular clip, from Chinese TV, whereby this guy was talking. So I wanted you guys to give me a feedback. Is it true that 28,000 Igbos have been killed since the inception? And the Igbos have been killed, according to Osita, is the indoctrinated and the brainwashed Igbo youth who were members of IPOB have been murdered. 28,000 IPOB members have been killed. By who, I don't know. And 30,000 IPOB members is languishing in different jails across Nigeria for violence and civil disobedience. This is the word of Mr. Osita. Okay? Osita added that IPOB had created more than 30,000 widows among Igbo daughters. Okay, another allegation came again. IPOB had created over 30,000 widows among Igbo daughters, and that Kanu had rendered old fathers and mothers childless, forcing 45,000 children to drop out of school, having made them fatherless. This is a very weighty allegation from Osita. If this is true, please, guys, I want you guys to come here. Please share this video, guys. Let this video go viral. Let every Igbo man, every Igbo woman who believes in IPOB or who do not believe in IPOB, let us come here today and make this very claim a clear one. This is a claim from one Obina Osita, who actually came out on Chinese television yesterday to make this very particular broadcast that I am reading to you this morning. He said 28,000 Igbos who are indoctrinated and brainwashed by Nnamdi Kanu have been killed in Nigeria. 30,000 of these youth are also in different jails across the nation of Nigeria. And he also went further to say another 30,000, women, have been made widow as a result of Nnamdi Kanu action on these people. And 45,000 children have been dropped out of school because Nnamdi Kanu have made them fatherless. If how true is this, guys? We need to come out here and make this very clear. We need to make the statement clear for Obina Osita. If it's true, you just come up here and say, yeah, this is true. If it's a lie, come up here and say, this is a lie. Let the comments start flowing in. Let the likes start coming up, and let the show be shared. Okay? IPOB has some set of reckless, gullible, ignorant, untrained minds called members. Oh, wow. This is really, really deep. IPOB has some set of reckless, gullible, ignorant, untrained mind called members. We must caution here that if this group of untrained and bigoted mind is encouraged by Nnamdi Kanu to carry assorted rifles and other weapons and unleash them on Nigerians, we are doomed in this country with a new set of dangerous militia group in eastern Nigeria, the group said. The group maintained that Kanu had never spoken for Igbo and does not have any authority to do so because he lacks the credibility to demand a new independent state of Biafra with the manner he goes about it. He says, Igbo, he stated, could lose their over 1.5 trillion investment in the north and south because of Kanu antics and daily drum of war. But Kanu, in a statement on Sunday, said IPOP does not need the approval of Southeast Governor to run the security outfit. The Southeast Governor Forum Chairman and Ebonyi State Governor David Umaya and they described the IPOP vigilante group as a very laughable and should be totally ignored. Riati Kanu accused the governor of being engaged in witches of the masses, describing their disapproval of the outfit as very shameful and cowardly. He said they only further exposed their emptiness and detachment from the people. At a time when there were many individuals and groups from entire southern Nigeria and Middle Belt are hailing the setup of Eastern Security Network, the so-called governors are busy advertising their opposition to the people they claim to be leading, Kanu says. Anyways, they never had the mandate of the people, so we are not surprised. The train has left the station and can't reverse its course. It is pretty too late to have a rethink. The people have got what they long desire, which the cowardly government failed to give them because of selfish political interest. End of the news. So this is the news that came up today from our brother Obina Osita and the reaction of Kanu to what the government of the southeastern state actually said concerning, the formation of the Eastern Security Network. Now, I'm going to read. It said, Kanu Eastern Security Network will operate without you. Nnamdi Kanu replies Southeast governors. Eastern Security Network will operate without you. Nnamdi Kanu reply Southeast governor. Please, guys, let's press the share button. Let's give us some thumbs up. Let's give us some like. As I do this job, it's not easy. For you to come out every day, prepare news together, go through all the news media, pick the news that will favor us as a certain house, put them together, come here every day and try to give analysis to them. It is not an easy job. It is really, really tedious. So the only way you can make me happy is when you come in here, give me a lot of likes, a lot of thumbs up, a lot of comments, and a lot of shares. It gives me joy. And the more you do that, the more Facebook recognize the job and help us to broadcast it more wider. Okay, guys? Now, Kanu replied them. Kanu replied, yesterday I told you guys that Dave Umaya made a statement, and today again, one Obina Osita also made a statement, against Kanu Wanko. Against Nnamdi Kanu, sorry guys, and Nnamdi Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu, and Nnamdi Kanu now have to give them a reply. So I'm going to give the reply for Nnamdi Kanu to you guys, word to word. Like I said, I do the word to word. I just tell you what they said. Okay, guys. Then after that, we will not do analysis of why we must unite together as Southern Nigeria. Okay, so let's go over now to what Nnamdi Kanu told the Southeast governors. Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOP, had declared that the Eastern Security Network would operate without the approval of the Southeast governor. So I don't know how possible that can be, but that is left for you to decide, guys. Okay, that's left for you to decide, guys. Kanu made the declaration in response to the remark by Dave Umaya, governor of Ebonyi State, despising the Eastern Security Network. Umaya, who is the chairman of the Southeast Governor Forum, has said the ESN was a laughable distraction. The governor urged people of the region to ignore Eastern Security Network because governors were doing their best to secure the Southeast. However, Kanu said Southeast governors should stop terrorism first before attempting to stop Eastern Security Network. Okay, for me, I think that's a condition. Stop terrorism, then Eastern Security Network will go into extinction. Okay, guys. The IPOB leader spoke through the group publicity secretary Emmanuel Powerful. A statement by the Powerful reads partly, we, the global family of the indigenous people of Biafra, under the command and leadership of our great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, condemn in a very strong terms the recent shameful statement credited to Governor Dave Umaya on behalf of his fellow lily-livered and coward governors of Southeast against the newly established Eastern Security Network. They only further expose their emptiness and detachment from the people. But our message to these treacherous Southeastern governor and their South counterpart is that the train has since left the station and can't reverse its course. May we remind the traitors that the Eastern region cannot be sacrificed at the altar of their political interest. It is either they kick in or shape out. The East can exist without them. They should stay clear because they can't withstand the force behind the Eastern Security Network. End of quote. So this is the reply of Nnamdi Kanu, on this. And let's look at some comments. Okay, guys, let's look at the comments, that came up as a result of this. Please, guys, give me some likes. I want to get more likes. We are locked here right now. We have about 72 people watching on Facebook. At least let me get 72 likes and 23 people watching on YouTube. Let me get 23 likes and 23 shares. Okay, guys. Thank you. One Austin Jackson said, "What the position of Nnamdi Kanu in Nigeria to give such an order instead of improving the Southeast Governors Forum to give it a legal backing like the Southwest governor did with Amotekun. This man to me is a dictator, always doing things without recourse to the law of the land." Okay, that is from Austin Jackson, who is saying he would have called on the governors of the East to give the Eastern Security Network a backup. What is your opinion, guys? What do you think? Was he supposed to have called on the Eastern governors for an approval, or he will go ahead doing it the way he feels back? Please, we need your feedback in today's show. Today's show is going to be front and back. We need your feedback on it. Please put your feedback on the comment section while others read through your feedback to understand where you actually stand, guys. Okay, go ahead. Thank you, in a short. Thank you very much. We are supporting Nnamdi Kanu. That is from my friend Oscar. Okay, so this is what we want to hear. We want to start getting feedbacks. It's important we get feedback, so let people know where you stand in this very particular issue. One Aloy Eziegu say, yes, so that is bitter truth from the best leader and prophet of our time, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the only one of God Almighty. Oh, that is strong. That is strong. Ebube Unaji said, the great spiritual prophet of our time, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, may God continue to keep and bless you. You are one in a million. Proudly Biafran. That is from Ebube Unaji. Okay. Then one Don Emerson said, in Southeast, we provide our own water. We provide our own light. We construct our own roads. We build our own market. Government is far from us. So we now have our own security. It's gradual until we have our own currency, embassy, and so on. This guy is really, really hilarious, my brother. More grace, more move to great success, my leader. One Theophilus Willie Ego say this now. Then one Prince Unayere Ugo said, Uwashinike ride on. Okay? Uwashinike ride on. That is what we are going to take from the news that came from that very particular, from the news that just came there, that the Eastern people are actually engaged the move. What is your take as an Easterner? What is your take as an Igbo man? Are you in support of the Eastern Security Network, or you are against the Eastern Security Network? Let me get your opinion on the comment section, guys. Today is going to be, I want to listen, I'll be doing the explanation, I'll be doing the talking. Today, let me get the opinion of my Eastern brothers. That's why, please share this video, let it get across to all your brothers. Let it get to all the Easterners, the old Eastern region, let it get to them. Let people come out here and begin to give us their opinion on what they think. And today, the much opinion I get, the much I'm going to read out for the people to see. Okay, guys? I'm going to read out your name. I'm going to read out your opinion for the people to hear what you stand for. That's how the show of today is going to be. So as you're coming in, just press the share button. Give us a like. Then press the share button. Bring in more people in. Let us discuss the issue of the position of the Easterner in the Eastern Security Network being launched by Nnamdi Kanu. Okay? Okay, guys, I'm still waiting for that because that's going to be the final of this discussion today. So while I read more of the news, guys. Okay? Now, there's another very news again for Nigeria. The Financial Times, not Buhari government, said Nigeria closing to become a failed state. Hear this now. The Financial Times knocks Buhari government, says Nigeria closing to become a failed state. Please, guys, share this video. Let's share this video. Let's do some share, and let's make this broadcast today a more deserved one, guys. The Financial Times of London has described Nigeria as a country going backward economically and plagued with terrorism, illiteracy, poverty, banditry, and kidnapping, and risk becoming a failed state if things don't take a drastic turn. This is from the Financial Times of London. I read again. The Financial Times of London has described Nigeria as a country going backward economically and be plowed with tourism, illiteracy, poverty, banditry, and kidnapping, and risk becoming a failed state if things don't take a dramatic turn. Yeah, one quote said, we are 100% in support of Eastern Security Network and it has come to stay and there's nothing anybody can do about it. Another one again, one Unwokiri Nazareth said, whoever doesn't like what Nnamdi Kanu is doing should leave the Southeast for his own good. Okay, Kenneth Nweke said, Oga, every Easterner is in support except the Efulefus. Okay, I don't know what Efulefu means, but I just see the word Efulefu and it sounds so very, very funny. My friend Oscar said the governors are nobody. Soon we will stop taking their directives. Okay, so everyone that I've just commented here now are actually in support of the Eastern Security Network. If you're not in support of it, please come to the show, bring your comment up, and it will be read to the entire world to hear. We want to find a final solution to know actually how many people are in support of the Eastern Security Network and how many people are against the launching of the Eastern Security Network in the East and even in the entire South. Are we in support of him or are we against him? Let the comments start flowing in. Franco said the Eastern Security Network has come to stay. Franco says the Eastern Security Network has come to stay. This is another one again, which is in the favor of the Eastern Security Network. Please, guys, press the share button. Bring in your friends in. Let this debate start. Let's hear the mind of every Easterner, every Southerner over the launching of the Eastern Security Network by the IPOB leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. As I wait for more more what's it called, more comments, let me go over again and read what the Financial Times of London said about Nigeria becoming a failed state. The UK-based newspaper said this in an editorial on Tuesday titled Nigeria at Risk of Becoming a Failed State. He said the adoption and subsequent rescue of over 300 schoolboys in Kankara, Katsina State revived memories of the 276 Chibok school girls adopted in Borno in 2014. According to the newspaper, while the government claimed that no ransom was paid to the adopters of the schoolboys, remains doubtful. Other facts of criminalities could not be overlooked. The editorial reads in part, the government insists no ransom was paid. Skepticism is warranted in a country going backward economically. Carjacking, kidnapping, and banditry are among Nigeria's rare growth industries. Just as the boys were going home, Nigerian parade abducted 6 Ukrainian sailors off the coast. One bishop-elect, Prince Ukandu, said, no normal human will stand against the Eastern Security Network. One bishop-elect, Prince Ukandu, says no normal human will stand against the Eastern Security Network. Please, guys, put your comment there. It will be read out for everyone to hear. Thank you, guys. The definition of a failed state is one where the government is no longer in control. One Tochukwu Ilora said, who is that man that will be against his or our security? Nnamdi Kanu has shown the way. Okay? The definition of a failed state is one where the government is no longer in control. By this yardstick, Africa's most populous country is teetering on the brink. The newspaper also questioned the claim by the President Muhammadu Buhari that Boko Haram had been technically defeated. He said, contrary to the government claim, Boko Haram remained an ever-present threat. The Financial Times stated President Muhammadu Buhari in 2015 pronounced Boko Haram technically defeated. That has proved fanciful. Boko Haram has remained an ever-present threat. If the latest kidnapping turned out to be its work, it will mark the spread of terrorist group from its northeastern base. Nigeria is a rogue state by Christian Okafor. Okay, even if ordinary bandit carries out the massive adoption has now looked possible, it underlined the fact of chronic criminality and violence. Deadly clash between herders and settled farmers has spread to most parts of Nigeria. In the oil-rich region, but in impoverished delta region, extortion through the sabotage of pipeline is legendary. The newspaper said security is not the only area where the state is failing. The Financial Times added that Nigeria has more poor people than other country, even as Nigeria has the highest number of out-of-school children on earth. Jesus Christ. Senator Steve Brown said the Eastern government has failed its people. The population already above 200 million is growing at a breakneck 3.2% a year. The economy has stalled since 2015 and real living standards are declining. This year, the economy will sink 4% after COVID-19 dealt a further blow to the oil prices. In any case, as the world turned greener, the elite scramble for oil revenue will become a game of diminishing returns. The country desperately needs to put its finances propelled up by foreign borrowing on a sounder footing, it said. The newspaper said Buhari, who had less than 3 years left in office, must use the remainder of his terms to redouble effort at improving securities. It advised the government to restore trust in key institutions, among them the judiciary, the security services, and the electoral commission, which preside over the 2023 election. The Financial Times said the EndSARS protest led by Nigerian youth signaled a glimmer of hope for Nigerian teeming youth population. I say this every time. The EndSARS protest was, a litmus for what is happening in Nigeria today. Okay, it added broad coalition that formed political expression this year in the EndSARS movement against police brutality provide a shade of optimism. At least Nigeria has a relatively stable democracy. Now, Nigerian youth, creative, entrepreneur, and less tainted by the policies of extraction, should use the system to reset the country narrative. The newspaper concluded by saying that it was time for Nigeria to restructure its political system and concentrate on security, health, education, power, and rule. At the present state, the population doubled to 400 million by 2050. If nothing is done, looking before then, Nigeria will become a problem far too big for the world to ignore it once. End of quote. Now, let me talk about this right now. Now, a man, this is the Financial Times in London relaying what is happening in Nigeria to us. Okay, why the Nigerian people are running away from the truth, from the fact that Nigeria has become a failed state. Okay, it's so disgusting, guys. People are actually saying everything is working well, whereas the people outside are saying what the Nigerian state has become as of today. That's why I want opinions today of our people who are actually from the east and the south over the launching of the Eastern Security Network. The local terms are saying this is a show that the Nigerian state had failed woefully. If there can be this high massive adoption of people. Today, they kidnap today, they don't kidnap. In those days, they kidnap one person or two. Now, they kidnap a whole community. In Nigeria of today, a whole community can be kidnapped. Solomon Onu Ayim said, the governor of Southern should look for a way to work with ESN. I think that is the way to go. I support you, sir. That has been my stand. Okay? A whole community can be kidnapped. A whole community. 300 and 600 children were taken away from a school of 800 and something students. 300 were taken away. How did they pack them? On which vehicle? If they're even using lorries, trailers, they must take up to 10 trailers to take those 300 students away from the school. That is how porous, how insecure the Nigerian state has become. People might decide to just put their ears outside. They don't want to say anything, but the truth remains the same. That the state called Nigeria today is insecure. I said yesterday, along Benin, Auchi, Abuja Road, a bus load of Nigerians traveling to Abuja was kidnapped, was waylaid, and 18 of the passengers were kidnapped. But the police said only 3. No, the passengers that were in the bus said 18 of them were taken away from the 21 people that were actually in that bus. Only 3 of them, the driver and 2 persons, were the ones that were left behind. How can the kidnappers, these hoodlums, these headers conveniently adopt 18 persons on a highway? On a highway, guys. On a highway. It is only in Nigeria that you see things like this happen. Only in Nigeria. You heard of yesterday, Governor Zulum of Borno State, just saying about the Maduguri-Damaturu highway have become a den of kidnappers. Very, very, very close to Yakana. They kidnap people every day, recurrently in that same part of the road. The Benin Auchi road have become a den for kidnappers. The head of service in Edo State, Mr. Kubowa, Barrister Kubowa, was kidnapped a few days ago, and a ransom of about 100 million was demanded from the family. We don't know how much the government paid for his release. Yesterday again, a big Joe motor bus was waylaid and the passengers were also kidnapped. This is how bad the Nigerian security is as of today. Nobody is safe. If you don't have money to fly from where you are to where you ought to be, then when you take the bus, you are actually at your own risk. You might end up not even getting to your destination. And the cost of flight have been doubled from 20-something now to 60-something thousand. You see, the Nigerian system do not actually have us at heart. Last year, I went home, it was about 26,000. 26,000. With your load and all, you pay around 40,000. But today, the flight alone is 60-something thousand. You are flying from Lagos to Benin. So I don't even know what it will take you to fly from Lagos to the east. I don't know what it will cost you to fly from Lagos to the east, or to Port Harcourt, or to Delta State. I don't know. So if you don't have the financial capability, because even this flight you talk about now, your load is not included. You're going to pay an extra cost on your baggages. If you're coming from abroad, maybe you travel home, you're going to pay an extra cost on your baggages. So at the end of the day, you end up paying. At the end, you end up paying hundreds of thousands to fly a 1-hour journey. Whereas from Istanbul in Turkey to Nigeria is 3,000 something, 300 something euros. From Istanbul, Turkey to Nigeria is 300 something euros. A maximum 400 euros. To and fro. This is crazy. This is crazy, guys. And if someone came up with whatever idea, like I said, he might not have done it the right way. But these guys there, these stupid governors in the south, I'm not going to talk South State now. The stupid governors in the south knows fully well that their region is unsafe. We in the south, we are not animalistic. We are not animalistic. We don't have this volatile, barbaric nature in us. We have been civilized from the onset. Even before the white men came to Africa, the southern Nigeria have been civilized. We have a system, a well-organized system that we have been operating. So listen, the civilization they talk about, they never came from the white to us. They only showed us their own way of life. I've read the history of all the southern states. We have been on civilization even before the coming in of the white men to our land. We had a functioning system. We had everything. Let me say something, because I'm from Edo State. Do you know, before the coming in of the white men, we also already have 9 toll gates. 9 toll gates. I mean toll gates. 9 toll gates in Benin, in Edo State, the then Benin Kingdom. 9 toll gates. We call it entrance gates. That we call it. They are called toll gates. Maybe one of these days I'm going to put it out. I'm going to put it out. This is what our ancient father did. We have 9 toll gates into the kingdom of Benin. So it wasn't the white men that taught us how to do toll gates. We have street lights in Benin. It wasn't the white men that taught us that. They actually came and destroyed all our ideas. They call it barbaric. They call it primitive. They scattered all. So these people, what are they doing? What are they fighting? And guess what? They know they are unable to fix. Okay, guys. I'm really pissed off. Sometimes I'm pissed off with the Nigerian system because of the way and manner we operate. And look at what a man said. A man who called himself a leader. Look at what he said. This statement is from your president. Only God can effectively supervise Nigeria borders, says Buhari. Only God. You see, when a president who sits on the throne decided to surrender and give up on God, that the only solution is God, you know that such a man has failed woefully. It means the man is bereaved of ideas. I'm a pastor. Many of you know. I say it every day. But you are elected to protect lives. You are elected to protect lives. So the moment you decided to give up and said, okay, I'm done. I've done my best. I can't do it anymore. Will not depend on God. You know that the man has failed woefully. And he should be told that to his face, that, sir, you failed. How can a leader says only God can effectively supervise Nigeria borders? A president says that. I'm not going to say this from Channel TV news. I'm not, like I said, I don't form up news. I read news. I'm going to read this to you clearly the way it is, guys. President Muhammadu Buhari has said that only God can effectively supervise Nigeria borders with the Republic of Niger. Yeah, I know. He can never lock Niger, because Niger is his own country. The father actually came from Niger. Buhari's father was a pepper seller. You know what they call pepper? Duck. His father was a duck seller. Was a duck seller. So he actually migrated from Niger and married a Kanuri woman. So if you had to go back and check the ancestral land of Muhammadu Buhari, according to Atiku Abubakar, during the 2019 general election, when both of them were dragging themselves up and down, that's when we knew that the father of Muhammadu Buhari is actually from Niger. But I don't care about that, because Buhari was born in Nigeria and the mother is a Nigerian. He can claim Nigerian nationality. Okay? So, Yeah, that's correct. But what I'm trying to say is this: he has a link, just like my children has a link to Nigeria. Many of us here, we married Germans, we married Spanish, we married English woman. But yet, we still tell our people that you are from Nigeria. Even when their mother is a German or a Finnish or an English woman. Vice versa, whether the man or the woman. Okay, guys? So according to a statement issued on Tuesday by the president's spokesperson, Femi Adesina, President Buhari stated this in Abuja while receiving former Vice President Nnamdi Kanu, who led the ECOWAS election mission to the West African country. Buhari applauded the outgoing president of Niger, Mahamadou Issoufou, for not attempting to tamper with the country constitution of his country and elongate his stay in power, and after serving for the maximum of 2 terms. I come from Daura, few kilometers to the Republic of Niger, so I know how a bit about that country. The president is quite decent, and we are regularly in touch. He's sticking to the maximum terms prescribed by the constitution of his country, Buhari said. Also, we share more than 1,400 kilometers of border with that country, which can only be effectively supervised. Is one Osita, Obina Osita, that is calling for the extradition of Nnamdi Kanu. One Obina Osita. Okay? You were not here when I started. I will speak with the president and offer his country our support. We need to do all we can to help stabilize the Sahel region, which is also in our own interest. On his part, the ex-president. Okay, you see that now? He said only God. Only God. Only God. Okay, guys, just give me a minute now. Let me do something for you guys. I think people are actually asking for who made the statement and who didn't make the statement. I think you're going to get that right away.
We have been told as concerned citizens that if nothing is done to checkmate and lead to involve.
This news is from China. It's from China's TV. Okay, guys.
As they affect Nigeria, the country's image not only be rubbish, but to be considered as an ungovernable sovereign nation. We have therefore decided to tell the world the true position of Nnamdi. Vis-a-vis his deliberate outburst against Nigeria and highlight some of the lies and attacks against Igbo leaders of other nationalities and our dear nation. The government.
So that is a guy. This is the guy who actually said that. That's the one that is reading now. That is called Obina Osita. Okay, guys. So that is the news there. Okay, guys, that is the news you just saw right now. That is the news that came from Obina Osita. Okay, guys. So like I said, I do my work very diligently. Very, very diligently. I'm a presenter. Now, another interesting one again that we need to talk about before we call it a day today, because I'm not going to stay too long. Like I will be coming at 7 o'clock later in the evening for more details. I think I couldn't come out yesterday because I was not too strong. Even I'm not still too strong now, but I need to keep you people, abased with what is happening. That's why I always try my best to be out here to speak to you guys. It's not easy, but your likes, your comments, your shares will give me more and more joy. I have a news from the Oduduwa Republic. The agitation is getting stronger by the day. But the government of Nigeria doesn't care. They are not being moved by what is happening. And that is actually disturbing people like us who sees that Nigeria is about to go into flames. Be prepared to welcome independency of Oduduwa Republic Soon. Akintoye Tells Yoruba people. be prepared to welcome independence of Oduduwa Republic Soon, Akintoye tells Yoruba people. I'm going to read the body. Professor Banji Akintoye, the Alana of Ilana, Omo Oduduwa, and a member of the Senate during the Second Republic, has said Yoruba people journey to redemption has begun. In a statement released on Tuesday by the Media and Communication Secretary of the group, Akintoye said Yoruba people all over the world should be prepared to welcome their freedom in no distant future. He said the 1999 Constitution of Nigeria and the amalgamation of 1914 of the Southern and Northern Protectorate in 1914 by the British were the means through which the access and sovereignty of the people of the Middle Belt and the southern part of Nigeria and the southern part of the country were adjust, Akintoye said. He said the Yoruba journey to redemption has started, and soonest we are going to reach our Canaan land without any bloodshed. The statement announced a former commissioner for education in Osun State and former director of Institution of African Studies at Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, Professor Wale Adeniran, as the interim national chairman of Ilana Odua, while a renowned architect, Okpe Oluwa George Akinola, was named the interim general secretary, with an Ondo State-based varsity don, Kayode Akinwade, as his assistant. Recently, particularly during the current administration of President Muhammadu Buhari, there had been more agitation by groups in the southern part of the country for secession from Nigeria, despite the government repeatedly saying Nigeria unity is not negotiable. End of quote. Okay, guys, the Yorubas themselves are already clamoring. They are fighting tirelessly for the Oduduwa Republic, just like the Biafrans are fighting for their own Biafra Republic. Okay, guys, so it is getting interesting by the day. On our side, there have been continuous fight by the people. Okay, the people actually beginning to clamor for a change in the way things are going. Now, another good news for you people from the eastern part of Nigeria, the Apple family who actually supported the Eastern Security Network, there is a news for you, which I'm going to read out right now for you guys. Nigeria government announced its plan to stop roaming of herders nationwide. Nigerian government plans to stop roaming of herders nationwide. Okay, barely 2 weeks of the launch of Eastern Security Network, Nigerian government announces its plan to stop roaming of herders nationwide. The presidency has said that it has to stop herders from roaming all over the country to prevent clashes with farmers. The senior special assistant advisor to the president on media publicity secretary, Garba said this when he appeared on Channels Television Sunrise Daily on Tuesday. We have to stop these herders from roaming and eating up crops all over the country. They drive their cattle into farmland and they eat up crops, and the farmers fight back and the killing follows. This country cannot continue in this way, he said. Shehu blamed the roaming of the herdsmen on the drying up of grazing lands in the northern part of Nigeria. He said the encroachment by desert leading to the drying up of a lot of grazing lands in the northmost part of the country have put pressure on the herders who are looking southward for green grass so that their cattle will eat and also have water to drink. It's global climate change situation, which is unfortunate. Considering what had happened along Lake Chad Basin itself drying up about only 10% of its original size. She will express delight that governors of the North Central are coming together to solve the problem of grazing, end of quote. Let me say this to Shehu Gaba. If you want to stop them from parading, the street of Nigeria is okay. But we, the Southerners, are not ready to give an inch of our land to the elders. Do not come to the back. I want to bring up what you call, what's it called? Ruga or ranching. We aren't interested. The Southern Nigeria is not interested in Ruga. It's not interested in ranching. We don't have one single piece of land to give to these people called the Fulani elders. So whatever plan you people have, in conjunction to making these elders to stop moving around, do it at your own cost, not at the cost of the certain people. Buy a land, fence it round, put your goat, your sheep, and your cow inside. Many Southerners who are farmers in the South, we buy our lands. Government never gave us land. We buy land, we pay, we build the facilities ourselves, and at the end, we pay tax to the government of the South. We never get anything free of charge. So therefore, you guys should not get the notion that the government of the South will give you people free lands to come and build your ranching, or free lands for you to come and do your business. It is a private business and must be treated as such. As a private business, it is expected of the owner of the cows to find a possible way of them being able to do the right thing, not trying to superimpose their business on the innocent Southerners who actually are not benefiting a dime from the sales of those cows. I can say vividly clear that the owners of those cattle do not actually pay tax to the government. They don't pay tax. I remember I went to buy a cow at Aduduwa. I went there to buy cows, and after I finished paying the malam, I paid for the ground where the cow stayed. I paid for the rope they used in tying the cow. I paid for the vehicle that transported the cow from where I bought the cow to where the cow would be kept before it was slaughtered. So these men put their money in their pocket without them paying a kobo as a tax to the government. So why will you guys expect us, who do not actually have land? The land mass of Nigeria, the entire South put together, is not as big as the Middle Belt. What they call North Central. North Central has about 2.something million square kilometer or square miles. Whereas the entire South had about 1.something. 1.7. The entire South is not even up to one part of the northern part of Nigeria. In terms of landmass. So how do you not expect us, who have little or nothing to live on, to now begin to give us our own lands? Whereas when we go to the north, as much land as you guys have, we still buy lands to build our houses, to build our businesses, to build our shops. You don't give us this land for free. We pay exorbitantly. Why do you want to get it free from the South, which do not even have so much to give? So it's a good development that you guys want to stop them from roaming the street, but do not superimpose. Just what you did last year, trying to impose this Ruga on the South and the Middle Belt. Because you say that's the only way the Fulani elders will stop killing us. We cannot continue to do that, guys. You can't plant them in all the local government of the South. They are volatile people. If you give them 1 inch, they take 10 yards. We know how they operate. If you think I'm lying, ask the Hausas in Sokoto State. How did Usman Dafodo came in? What happened to them after a while? He took over their land, turned the entire Hausa community, the Kanuris, to slaves. Superimposed his people on them, who are today the emirs of each of the states or communities in the northern Nigeria. So we know the history. We know the barbaric nature of these emissaries from Futajelon. You know, I think a few years ago, former President Olusegun Obasanjo wrote an article. I'm going to read the article. I saw the article yesterday. I felt it is nice that you guys also hear this, so that we should know what we will be experiencing. The South is not safe. President Olusegun Obasanjo wrote this article some few years back. Said another civil war in Nigeria has become imminent and inevitable. If you see every day, it is becoming more glaring and more glaring that if we are not careful, we will end up in another bloody, more bloodier than the Biafra war. If we are not careful, the civil war that is coming, it will be more bloodier than the Biafra civil war, guys. That's what we are saying. The Southerners should get prepared. So we can avert it if we refuse to succumb to the plans and the dictates of some of these people, not all of the Northerners. Let me make this clear. Not all of the Northerners, but there are some of them that have this agenda that Nigeria belongs to the Fulanis. If you have heard Metela speaks, you see they always say that like that this country belongs to them. This is their last hope. As far as Africa is concerned today, Nigeria is the last hope of the Fulanis as far as the African nation is concerned. The Hausa sold out completely to them. They're taking over the north. There's about 7 to 8 million of the 200 million Nigerians. But they control 90% of the resources and the businesses in Nigeria. Okay, another civil war in Nigeria has become imminent and inevitable. The reason for its inevitability is simply because Muhammadu Buhari, the northern Nigerian Fulani oligarchs, and the wider network of Fulani in sub-Saharan Africa had considered plan to adopt Nigeria as a homeland for all Fulanis in Africa. This is from Olusegun Obasanjo. Okay, guys? Fulani have realized that the wandering and ruthless lifestyle of cattle herders is no longer tenable in the 21st century. Fulani needs to have lands to call home and rear cattle, and that land should be Nigeria. The indigenous people of Nigeria have clearly, vehemently, and strictly opposed this diabolic plan, and both sides are mobilizing for war. You see, Oduduwa is calling for independence. Biafra is calling for independence. That's everywhere today. It is problem upon problem since the inception of this very particular government since 2015. Even the middle belt are tired. The Fulani won't relent, and the indigenous people will not give up their land. No wonder Federal National said to us, give your land or you die. Give them your land, or you pay with your life. The same Fulani project, having failed so shamelessly and woefully in the Central African Republic, will not be allowed to fail this time, as the Nigerian Fulani project is better funded, with a massive stealing of the sovereign wealth of Nigeria through nationwide kidnapping for ransom by lower class Fulanis, and the seizure of the realm of government and wealth by the elite Fulanis. Remember, I said something here a few days ago, and I said there was a Fulani man that was arrested, and he said the money that they collect as ransom is actually be given to the leaders. That sometimes they get 5,000, as low as 5,000 naira from millions of naira that they are being used for ransom taking. Yeah. And you also heard what the aide to Bello Masari, the governor of Katsina, said, that the Metiala are actually the people that kidnapped, adopted the Kankara boys, where over £4 million, according to a report that I got, was paid. Kidnapping and the seizure of the institution of government are all for the purpose of implanting Fulani into the mainstream and control politics and the economy of Nigeria, for the objective of funding the Fulani project in Nigeria. The Central African Republic has gone through exact same experience that Nigeria is going through right now in the hands of the Fulanis. The country has been run down by the killing and destitution wrought by rival gangs in the fight to destroy the chokehold the Fulani had on the politics and economy of their country. Although the Fulani hegemony all over the Central African Republic had been defeated, the street gang that defeated the armed force are turned on one another and themselves, unable to rise above petty gang warfare to rebuild their nation. Should I see why? That's why I'm fighting. I am asking that we don't want to go to war. I know what it is. When war comes in, we're going to have this guerrilla kind of system. After the war, if even we win, then people will continue to kill themselves. It is happening in South Sudan today. Go check South Sudan. It is happening in Eritrea. Go check Eritrea today. Okay, guys? The Fulani have become a bleach on Africa and its biggest country, Nigeria. Unable to break out of a century-old cow-herding and wandering culture, it continues to put down every nation, whether it has any populations. Some countries in West Africa, Ghana and their ancestral home, Guinea, have mastered the brutal tactics of dealing with Fulanis, and the Fulanis have learned the bitter lesson by staying away from these countries. You know what happened when the Fulani went to Ghana? They were trying to do the same thing they were doing in Nigeria. Kofo, the Ghana president, gave an order that all Fulani elders seen in the bush should be killed and the animals wiped out. If you want to rear your cattle, you must rear your cattle where you are permitted to stay. Any cattle that goes outside where they are given as their dwelling place, such a cattle and the elder should be arrested and the cattle should be slaughtered. That actually puts a stop to what they were planning to do in Ghana, like what they are doing today in Nigeria, where Fulani herdsmen will take the cattle into your farm and graze on your crops. They completely destroyed my farm and many people's farms today. The Central African Republic, the Fulani, following the pattern of their ethnocentric politics, had seized control of the commanding height of the country's military and financial institution, the foreign exchange trade, the money and export of gold, and above all, the governing structure of government. Michel Yotodia, a head-brain military officer and his Fulani faction, seized power in a brazen coup by a demographic minority, all the non-Fulani military officers were flushed out of the force. All the mineral deposits in the country were seized by Fulani merchants. Non-Fulani traders were barred from trading in foreign exchange, and the entire top notch of the civil servants were occupied by Fulani by as much as 83%. This what happened in the Central Republic. It's happening today in Nigeria. The entire military apparatus are now under the control of the Fulanis. This is why former President Olusegun Obasanjo had to put Nigeria on notice of what the government of President Muhammadu Buhari was doing to the nation. France, the former colonial masters of CAR, which is Central African Republic, watched them do all this over the years and did not raise a protest. As in Nigeria, the Fulani were just 3% of the population of CAR. Tucked in the desert recession of the nation northwest, no world or regional power raised a whimper, even though the ethnic group of the rich southern forest region royals. In Central African Republic, the Fulani went even beyond the provocative as they are doing now in Nigeria. They started seizing ethnic lands, raiding churches, and killing worshippers. The most brazen being the attack on Our Lady of Fatima Catholic Church in a town near Bangor, the capital where dozens of Catholic faithfuls were massacred during masses. The Fulani used their cattle bases allotted by government to launch attack and gunfight on the surrounding communities for robberies and ransom paying, kidnap, as is happening now in Nigeria. Again, as is happening in Nigeria today, the purpose of all the action of the Fulani was simple: to transfer all wealth available in the CARO by all and every means and place it in the hands and control of the Fulanis. It is happening in Nigeria today. The border ban was to destroy most businesses in the south for the ones in the north to flourish. Okay? Now, say Fulani repeating in Nigeria what they did in Central African Republic. The same book played used in Central African Republic is guiding the action and policies of the Buhari government in Nigeria. That's your quote. 1. The Fulani elite are raiding the central bank, buying dollars and other currencies at heavily discounted rates. You know that, what is the name of this man? Salisu said that. He said, when they not change different rates, Salisu said it, during the time Buhari gave a rate for this, a rate for that. Now said, he can just go and buy dollars and see this house and become a millionaire overnight, if you can still remember then. So 2, other Fulanis are raiding the NNPC, plunging through the VAT and trading Nigerian crude for personal gains. We know the entire oil wells in the south is now in the hands of the few, elites in the north. The educated wing are moving down governance structures, taking forceful charge and control of government height of government, and control of all commanding height of government and the armed force. We know what is happening today. The entire structure of the Nigerian security apparatus today is in the hands of the Fulani leaders. The uneducated Fulani elders are engaged in kidnapping for ransom and now pinned to take over ethnic land, spreading themselves across the nation in settlement acquired with public funds to terrorize indigenous populations. This is also happening today. As you know, we're talking about the kidnapping that is happening in every part of the Nigerian state. Okay? So, now having heard this, guys, this is a clear indication that the South needs to start thinking. All these people who think that it's going to be business as usual, if you get to a point, it will clear for their eye. that these guys have an intention. He was able to close the borders in the south, but he's saying the border in the north. It's only God that can help them to protect the borders. That is funny. He had the power to close the borders in the south, but God should help him protect the borders in the north. When the south was dying of hunger, even with the high rate of insecurity in the north, food are still cheap. Can you beat that? With the high rate of insecurity in the north, the food are still cheap there. How do they come about it? Do they get a different salary like we get in the south? How did they come about having less or cheaper means of livelihood in the north than in the south? You see why I am saying that the unity of the south it's not negotiable. Oduduwa is clamoring for their own republic. Biafra clamoring for their own republic. Why not let these three Saturn region team together, even after that? Because when you team together, you can be able to make your demand known without the bloodshed. If people that is in nation, in a relationship or in a marriage, the marriage is not working, both parties are advised, even by counselors, to dissolve the marriage. If the man is complaining that the wife treats him so badly, or the wife is complaining that the husband treats him so badly, and counselors have been coming into the marriage to try to fix it, and it is not working. If you get to a point, the counselor will advise both parties to separate before one of them will commit an havoc that he or she will regret in the near future. They'll say, yeah, the best you can do is to move away from the marriage and allow peace to reign. If the son are complaining bitterly for marginalization, for not being taken care of, for not being respected, we are actually the golden hen that lays the golden egg that feeds the north. Yet we have nothing to write them about. We struggle, we suffer for every cover we make. If we are saying the Nigeria of today has not been put in place for our own good, we are not asking for too much. And we expect the government of the day to actually look into our demands and say, yeah, make the right recommendation. Listen, guys, you cannot live on other people's sweat. This is what they are doing in the north. One senator from Jigawa is saying the oil in the south belongs to the north. You can't live on other people's sweat. That is criminality. That is oppression. For the South to be able to get out of this logjam that we have found ourselves, we need the unity. We can't go away from it. It's not possible. It's not even negotiable, guys. The unity of the South is not even negotiable right now for we the Southerners. We have been under the bondage of these people for quite some time. It's high time we start seeing the right thing, do the right thing, and make the world understand where we start or where we stand on as of today. This is not time for us to begin to destroy each other. Right? These people are planning. I am very sure that 18 persons that we adopted yesterday in Benin, Abuja, Auchi, Abuja Road, they are not going to be singing the same song as some of you are singing here today. If they finally get their freedom, their mindset is going to be, let this country be divided. That's the truth. If you ask Barrister Kumbawa, the head of service today, if he can be able to tell you this truth, with the trauma he went through in the hands of those people, and seeing his driver shot on the head, right in his presence, will not, I repeat, will not, having known very well that the people who actually kidnapped him are from the Fulani extraction. I don't support criminality. Like I said, not all Fulanis are bad. But majority of them are being indoctrinated maybe because of their way of life to kill, to steal, and to destroy. But the South never talks about this. Even when their people are being killed. I'm going to call this Osita Obina. Like I said, guys, I am for unity. Anyone that is trying to destroy unity, destroy his own brother for his own personal interest, I don't actually buy those ideas. How many times have you actually come out to defend the Igbo extraction when they are being killed by the Fulani elders? How many times did you come outside when Oyibo, Ibibo, there was a massacre there? How many times have you come outside when that pregnant woman in Enugu and her husband were butchered in the forest? How many times have you come out there when there was a war between the Fulanis and the community because of the Fulani grazing in their own lands, destroying their family? When the people spoke, the Fulani came after them and killed these people. The woman was killed very close to the well. She was butchered on the head in her own land, in her own house. The truth is, I don't support nonsense. Yeah, maybe Uda the Kanu sometimes might overdo what he's doing. But how many times have you guys spoken when the soldiers came all in the name of Operation Pato Dance and massacre your 28,000 youth you claim today? How many times have you come out to speak against the injustice being meted on the Southeast? In the new composition of commissioners of police, Southeast have only one commissioner. That is injustice to a state that have 5 states in the federation. How many times have you come aside to speak against this injustice? How many times have you come aside to speak against the political marginalization of your people? That today, since 1967, after the coup, the first coup, An Igbo man have never smelled or getting close to the corridor of power. Since 1967, the only Igbo man who mistakenly became chief of staff was the one that worked under Goodluck Jonathan, which was also dismissed by Goodluck Jonathan, raising best nose to him. How many times have you come outside to talk on behalf of your people where your own people will get 280 mark and they're not qualified into unitary school? And someone will get four marks in the north, they'll qualify. They are qualified. How many times have you come out to talk about the dilapidated federal highways? How many times have you come out to talk about the abandoned seaport in Onitsha? How many times have you come out to talk about the abandoned Enugu International Airport? And many other ill-treatment that be meted out on your people. I'm not saying what you did yesterday was wrong, but to be fair, you must have to balance whatever opinion you are giving. You must stand on the fence just the way I'm doing. I criticize Nnamdi Kanu when I need to. And I criticize the government when it ought to. I know many of you will not like his style. But even at that, how many times have you come out to put the governors of the states on notice over the insecurity situation in their region? You see, we are always on our governor. We are always on our governor. You think we don't like our governor? We love him. Nobody loves Obaseki more than many of us. But you see the other man, we are always on our governor. Always on him. And that's why he's doing his best to make Edo better. He's fighting tooth and nail. He sleep not. Sometimes we summon him to Zoom meetings to speak to us. I'm telling you guys, since he came back to power, Obaseki has appeared in our Zoom meetings 3 times. September he was there. November was there. December is already there. He practically comes to our Zoom meeting once in a month. We put him on a podium. We begin to throw questions at him to give us vis-a-vis the details of what he's doing in Edo State. He just did one last Saturday. For 2 hours, the guy was sitting down. He will explain what all he need to do to us. They will begin to tell him, asking questions. And even giving him advices on the way to go. How many times have you summoned your leaders to do that? To bring them up. I said, okay, I'm going to put even the Nnamdi Kanu on a Zoom. Put it live. Let them be drilled. I'm not saying insult them now, no. Focus on them. Let them tell you the way a man they're going to put this right. How many times have you done that? That's why it's no. We love destroying our own. When Gabashe was saying repented bandit facilitated the release of the Kankara boys. It means the government of the day now sit together with repentant bandits. But in the south, we call our brothers who are repented militants criminals. Do you think if Tompolo, for example, or Asari Dokubo, or any of these former militants who have repented decided to facilitate the release of any kidnapper or any kidnapped victim in the south, You think that such a person will not be picked up by the government, that he has a hand in the kidnap of those people? Let's be realistic, guys. Let's be realistic. Do you think if any of these people, any of these guys, they actually came out and accept amnesty openly, but yet they are still be threatened by the government? You know, like Tapolo disappeared for months, or even years. Was not even around when they buried his parents. His body was seized by the government. But Shehu Gaba is saying a repented bandit facilitated the release of the Kankara boys. The entire Southern Niger Delta militant were supposed to have been incorporated into the Navy, the way they do to the Boko Harams in the north. Because these boys actually understood the terrain of the river. These people actually, they can stay under the river for over 24 hours during the war in the Niger Delta. They know all the creeks around the Niger Delta region. They lived in the swamp for years. They understood the entire terrain from Benin to Delta, to every of the Niger Delta region, including the east, the southeast. They maneuvered all those regions together. They knew them. But what did they do to them? After they made them submit their weapons, they begin to give them stipends. But in the north, they're infusing them into the military. How many times have you come outside to speak on the injustice meted out on your people? By an Asada. How many times have you also tackled the government of the East, who had perpetually kept the people of the Eastern Nigeria in poverty, despite the huge sum of internal revenue accrued to them by the Igbo themselves, who grew from nowhere without the support of anyone to become who they are. If you go to Alaba International Market, I mean, on the Shabi Market, sorry, if you go to the Shabi Market in Anambra State, you go and see the amount of money that is being made by the Anambra State government from these people who are in the market. What is the benefit to the people? The roads are bad. There's no electricity, no proper water, no security. They practically do everything themselves. How many times have you come out to speak against that? That's injustice. It's inhumanity. So where I'm speaking today, because I'm so confident. If my government is not doing the right thing, I'll be on the social media to tell him that this is not right, sir. If you can't do it when your people is in pains, say, brother, don't always come out and destroy your own for your own personal gain. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. There's no need of extraditing Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu has already said when he had an interview with Dele Momodu, he gave a condition. And I want you guys, when the next broadcast or press release, tell the government to do what he said, and he said he will come home. Let's see if he's going to lie this time. He said, and I quote, when Momodu asked him, is the man in Abuja, in Aso Rock, Muhammadu Buhari? He said no. He said the man there is not even Jubri anymore. He said Jubri has gone. He says another man. I forgot the name he said. And he now said he's ready to stop the agitation for Biafra. He's ready to come to Nigeria and face the trial. And the government of Nigeria should do to him whatsoever they wishes. If on one condition, that Buhari should do a live broadcast and speak his mother language. It's as easy as ABC. Said he should speak his mother's language, which is his own mother's language, which they know Buhari speaks very well. Like moment he came out and said, the operation that Buhari did during the 2016 when he went to London has already affected him from speaking his mother's language. And my question is this: if a man is dementia doesn't mean you cannot speak your language. If you are dementia, it only mean you can't remember. It goes in here, in the next 20 minutes, is out of this place. Said what he went through is not making him to speak the mother language again, according to Lai Mohammed. So, if you guys want to bring Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria, the easiest way is to accept his challenge. If what he's saying is not true, prove him wrong. So he will just come down. If he refuses to come there, we will go after him. We will not ask for his extradition. Then we'll not say he had lied. They had deceived us. If he says the people there are actually you said the man there is actually not Buhari, then why this guy not proving wrong? Rather than coming out and begin to fight yourselves. It's a shame. It's a shame. This is one thing it makes me to be so much disgusting about the South. We have this pulling down syndrome in us. We might not be doing the right thing. How many of you have actually called Nnamdi Kanu? You guys sit down and talk. How many? I see some of his boys who were once with him. Like I said, I do not accept his ways. But one thing I'm going to say is this: as a leader, I'm a leader of a movement. When the boys leaves him, they say negative things about him. What about the years you stayed with him? What about the many years you stayed with him? If I, as a person, if I've been to Nnamdi Kanu, I'm going to tell you the bad side. I'm going to tell you the good side. That's who I am. If I have an opportunity of meeting him, talking with him, maybe 1 or 2 months, I'm going to tell you the ones I feel is doing very well. I'm going to tell you the one I feel is doing very bad. I'm not going to throw away all the good he's doing and just put the blame on the bad alone. I'm not that kind of person. If you work with somebody since 2016, some of you are even directors in IPOB. But you make decisions together. Within this period of time, how were you able to manage him for 4 to 5 years? But there must be something that was actually good about him that made you to continuously stay with him. Bring that to the public. Let the public also know the good side of Nnamdi Kanu. I'm not sure all these Igbo boys following him, they are dummies. I'm not too sure of that. Every human on earth have their own bad side. Today, Femi Adesina, Garba Shehu, this Loretta, and others, they're always coming out to say good things about Buhari, even when we know it's glaring to our eyes that Buhari is a collector failure. They're trying to pet us. The guy is nice. He's very funny. Yeah, even when we know the guy is a failure of the highest order. They try to tell us the good side. Also come outside, guys, and tell us the good side of this man. Then give us the bad side. Let us not be the judges. Okay, guys. Thank you very much. I'm done for today. See you later in the evening as we continue in this series. God bless you guys. I need to go right now. I appreciate every one of you for your support and kind support, please. Listen, guys, you guys will always see this. If you're a Satana, this is what is happening here. The man on this Abada here, this sky blue Abada here, is the governor of Katsina State, Bello Masari. At least you know this man here is on the other side there. He's a military man. Those one on suit at the back there, these are all. That's an SSS man. And many other high-profile delegates went to meet this man at the middle, which is illegal to have a gun in their midst. He is the head of the bandits that is terrorizing the northwest of Nigeria. If this man is being respected like this, I will not. If see this picture alone, get me pissed off. Why should I condemn Nnamdi Kanu? If the government can do this, why can't the southeastern governor do the same thing? We must tell ourselves the truth, guys. We are actually our problems. They want to go and meet this man in his own home and discuss with him to drop whatever he was doing. Yet they might say kidnapping them. This is the plan. This is their plan against you. They divided you into small groups. They took the largest chunk. You guys should wake up. They divided you guys into small groups and took the largest chunk. Look at it. Look at the country. Oduduwa. Look at Biafra. Look at Niger Delta. Small countries. If you put all these countries together, it's not even as big as the middle belt. And you guys will come here and start fighting yourselves. It's a pity. We'll see you later, guys. Make I go drink water. Thank you very much, guys. I want to say a big thank you to Nigeria Watch for this wonderful chances and opportunity gives to us to always share our views on his YouTube page. We appreciate this. I'll say a big thank you, and I want to say Happy New Year and a Merry Christmas to every lover of good things. And I pray 2021 will be more better for the United States of Nigeria, so that we can be able to achieve our aim of making the South a better place to live. I want to make South to become like any other part of the world, developed part of the world. We have the ability. We can. I know we can. If the government of Nigeria will give us our freedom to manage our resources ourselves and build a more formidable, a more workable Southern Nigeria. Our leaders will be kicked out sooner or later. Then the right-minded people with conscience, we brought back in. We're already doing that in Edo, and I know very soon other part of the state, other part of the South will follow us. Thank you, guys. See you later in the evening. Have a blessed day. Bye for now.